The wind gusts through the foothills are no joke today. Couple that with warm temperatures in the 70s and the result is very high fire danger. You see it right there today on West Metro's fire sign. So stage 1 fire restrictions are in place in several counties, including Jefferson County, meaning no open burning. Our camera at Horsetooth Reservoir and Horsetooth Mountain has been shaking all morning long. You can see it right there, and those trees are blowing in the wind. Here's a live look out there, and we find 9 News meteorologist Keely Chalmers joining us today on the noon show. And Keely, this wind is going to stick around for a week or for a couple of days, and then the roller coaster of a forecast continues with a little bit of snow later on.
Yeah, no question, as I mentioned earlier, that the big story in the weather department today, the wind. It is certainly relaxing a bit down here in Denver, but at the base of the foothills out across the eastern plains, we are talking about very windy conditions throughout the day today and continuing into tomorrow. Here is live look. This is actually out in front of the 9 News studios here in downtown Denver, so not too bad. Really just some breezy conditions. We're at 67 degrees, winds at the DIA 7 miles per hour. But check out these peak wind gusts. 80+ miles per hour in Southwest Boulder, Brainerd Lake, Rocky Flats. Along Highway 93, it was just rocking last night. Even 4 Mile Canyon, 68 mile per hour wind gusts. Superior recorded a 63 mile per hour peak wind gust. So again, very breezy conditions in the foothills, the base of the foothills. Even still, we're recording 45 mile per hour wind gusts in and around Boulder. Although head to Broomfield, those winds are fairly calm. And again, 7 miles per hour out at DIA. Out across the eastern plains, those winds are going to create high wildfire danger, including the I-25 corridor, the southern foothills, as well as Park County. This is where it just takes to spark. Those winds so strong, the relative humidity so low, conditions so dry that wildfires would spread very quickly. So today, your forecast, windy. Again, we have that high fire danger, partly cloudy skies. We're going to make it up to 74 degrees. Our record high for today, 76. That was set back in 2012. So we are going to be near record heat as those winds continue to gust throughout the day today. So the fire danger high today and tomorrow. Those winds staying strong throughout the day today into tomorrow as well. Very warm. We're talking about near record highs today. And we are tracking another storm. Again, this storm making its way into Colorado tomorrow. We're talking about mountain snow as well as a chance for some snow down at the lower elevations as well. No question. We'll talk more about that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
All right, Keely, thank you. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi spent the morning in Boulder, where about 130 homes lost power. The wind has been battling through the Boulder area all morning long. Lauren gives us a look.
We're outside the Mesa Lab in Boulder, where the wind has been whipping. It's been hard to stand out here at some points. This is typically a windy spot as the wind zooms down the Flatirons, but this is one of the, if not the biggest wind event of the season so far here. We've seen gusts hit as high as 84 miles an hour this morning. That was at 4:30. It was at 81 miles an hour just before 2 a.m. That's been keeping people up overnight for sure. Social media has been buzzing. Some people have said no one is sleeping in the house, including the dogs. Another person joked, pretty sure I'm gonna wake up in Kansas at this point. All jokes aside, our red flag warning is in effect until 7 tonight. Of course, fire danger is a concern with warm, windy days like today. In Boulder, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
All right, Lauren, thank you. A pedestrian has serious injuries after an RTD train hit them in Denver this morning. The crash was first at Monaco and Smith Road, which is right near I-70 in Quebec. Denver police have not said anything about what may have led to the incident or what happened. Monaco was closed for a little over an hour as officers handled the scene. We'll update you as we learn more about the investigation. After Boulder police say he intentionally rammed into one of their patrol cars. Boulder police say 2 officers were parked at a gas station on Baseline Road just after midnight on Saturday. That's when 62-year-old Robert Saraduke approached them in his car. When officers asked if he was all right, they say Saraduke rammed into one of the patrol cars 3 times before getting out of his car and approaching officers again. Boulder police say Saraduke refused to comply with their orders. They tased him before arresting him. Down here in the metro area, Aurora police announced the second of 3 people wanted for a kidnapping at the former Edge at Lowry Apartments is now in custody. Police say 24-year-old Bradier Johan Ospina Murillo was arrested in Michigan for the crime last December. Ospina Murillo was arrested after an alleged store burglary and is now in federal custody. Rural police believe he was one of a dozen armed people who kidnapped a couple from one of the units in the complex and took them to another unit. Investigators say the group tortured and robbed the couple before letting them go. Well, former tenants of a Denver apartment complex who took their landlords to court have now scored a major victory. The now former tenants at the Mink Urban Infinity Apartments on South Bel Air Street sued the property's owners and the management group, claiming they violated Colorado's warranty of habitability. This is the first lawsuit in the state involving this law. The lawsuit represents tenants who lived there from October of 2018 to June of 2022. They claimed unlivable conditions from mold, lack of heat, lack of hot water, and broken elevators.
It was really difficult. It got to a point where my safety became more of a concern than contracting COVID. And that's when I realized I had to move out.
The jury awarded more than $13 million to more than 2,000 residents who lived there at the time. We reached out to the management group for comment, but have yet to hear back.